Hi Cancer, this is going to be a general reading for your sign between the week of the 1st to the 7th of December. Let's begin. I had spiritual luxury. Following your heart leads to love. Love, lots of love. You're experiencing lots of love here this week. This is just coming from within you because you've been following your heart as of late in regards to everything. You're no longer afraid of the unknown, the darkest parts of the waters. You're not afraid to go there anymore. And this is like the unknown, basically, what is unknown to you. Like you're more excited with the idea of an adventure into the unknown to see what you can find. And because you're excited, you're happy, you're feeling love inside within you, the universe is giving you more situations where you can feel more excited, more happy, more loved. When you're experiencing this love and joy, particularly joy, it's like a very happy energy. It's a very happy energy. It's like you're having fun, enjoying yourself, like in a nice place. I see you like in a place where there's lots of different colored lights. The room itself might be red. It might have red walls or something like that, and it's like there's all different colors of lights in there. Might be like a disco place, I don't know, like a disco bar or something like this, and you're having like a moment of reflection that's very deep, of like you appreciating yourself, appreciating your life, appreciating what's going on in your life, appreciating where you've gotten to because you've been following your heart. You're no longer worried or scared. Like things don't frighten you at all anymore, and you're not worried about that anymore. It's like you freed up a lot of energy, and you're freeing up even more energy here this week. So you can manifest things a lot quicker for yourself. You're trying to manifest a dream life. A dream life incorporates love, a house, money, cars, everything. Relationships, friendships, social groups, like all kinds of stuff you're manifesting here. It's a good week for you, Cancer. Really good week for you. You're finding fulfillment. I'm hearing take care of your steps. Make sure you watch where you're walking. You might injure your foot here, or might hurt your ankle, and it's gonna make you unhappy because you're gonna be bedbound. So just watch where you're walking this week. You have a lot of energy, a lot of fiery energy, a lot of passion, and that fire energy is making you too quick. So it's like you might hit your foot somewhere and hurt your ankle because you've got a lot of energy there. Other than that, it's looking like a fantastic week for you, to be honest. Let's pull you out some cards to get more clarification. I feel you're feeling very happy, feeling love, feeling joy. It's like you're having a good time and you're celebrating with your people and yourself. I feel like it's mostly within yourself. You're celebrating. You might be around people, but I don't see any people around you. This is something that you're having fun from within, which is good. Sorry, I'm just shuffling. So then, your current energy. So you've had a lot of opportunities, choices that you could have chosen from. A lot of things appeared before you, and you had to make a choice between a lot of options. Some of the options you're aware were good for you, some of them were bad for you, but you were trying to find the one. So this is within your life. This is within your own being, or as opposed to in front of you. This is like pathways within your mind, within your emotions that you felt like you could walk down and live a certain way. And you had all these opportunities that were aware that were you were aware of that were in your reality, and you had to pick from one. And so you decided to follow your heart, lead with your heart, and you've actually picked the right decision. So you've actively changed the cycle you were in by following your heart, and the cycle was then complete and closed. So you are, and it was acknowledged. You knew you were in the beginning of a new cycle, and this is recent. So I'm talking in the past because it's like your current energy, what you've been going through. You're still in this energy of this new beginning, and currently, as you're watching me, and you are integrating all the lessons you've learned up until in this from this last cycle, as well as so the cycle is a cycle of life that we all go through. You've learned the lesson, and you're incorporating what you've learned into your being. You're complete, you're more whole, and this is the official completion of the old cycle and the official beginning of the new cycle. So the wild card here is representative of this chapter officially closing, and officially the new one beginning. It's like a sealed off energy of like, that's it, that's done, you know. Congratulations there, you picked the right choice out of all those choices. You followed your heart led you in the right direction, and now you currently stand at a point where you've made all these discoveries about yourself, and you want to discover more about yourself. You want to dive deep, like I was saying in the channel, of like really going into the deepest depths of the waters, which is the unknown, and treat it like an adventure to see what you can discover, because that's what it's really like when you move in the unknown. It's all darkness, you don't know what could happen, what couldn't happen. Like, you don't know because you've never done it before. That's why it's the unknown. And so you're doing this now, moving forwards. You're confident to do this. You've made decisions in your life. You've changed a few things around that are based on your integrity now, based on what your heart deems as right, that is good for you. You're following your heart, which is really important for you, because I feel like for a long time you lived in a way where you didn't follow your heart, you followed your mind, and your mind led you into situations and situationships where you had to be less than what you were giving. You had to be less than, not what you were giving, but you were giving a lot, but you weren't receiving a lot, is what I mean to say. And you felt less than how you truly felt, if that makes sense. How how worthy you deem yourself. You weren't getting that reciprocation back. So and that was because you followed your mind. You were looking, you saw somebody being successful in some kind of way, whether it's friendships, relationships, jobs, careers. You saw someone being successful, and you were like, I could be like them, and you basically went on that, and you made decisions based on what other people were doing, not from how you felt, not from what your emotions were telling you, not from within you. So it wasn't true. So it was like you expended a lot of energy in trying to make things happen when they weren't supposed to happen for you. That was not your path. So when you're following your path, things are going to become so easy, almost natural to come into your life, because it's your path. you don't have to expend any energy to make things happen for you, because it's meant to happen for you. So this is what you've been going through. And now you're feeling very confident about the future. You're planning for the future, changing stuff based on what your heart's telling you to do. And this is leading you to a lot of happiness. Like at the beginning stage, but you trust your intuition, you trust where you're being guided. You're not really sure where you're being guided, but you trust in it because it's making you feel better. So yeah, this is your energy. Your theme for the week is the Six of Swords. So the Six of Swords basically speaks about this whole week you're going through massive healing. You're feeling a lot of love, but you're going through massive healing at the same time. You're going through a lot of personal growth, and you're transitioning from the old life into a new life. You're finally moving away from everything that you were told to everything now that you are telling yourself. That what you were told wasn't from yourself. You were like on a list, following a narrative again, which wasn't yours, which was maybe someone told you something, or you watched someone that this is the best way to live, this is the best way to do things. Now you're transitioning from that into following from your heart, because that's going to lead you to whatever you desire the most and in the quickest way possible. But you have to really tune in to your own frequency in order to get that guidance. And this is what the experience you're going through. You're healing this basically, seeing a lot of personal growth, and you're transitioning. This is a week of transition for you, and you release at the same time, releasing the old. That is like remnants of that past energy. That decision you made was very important. It was a major decision you made. You were at some major crossroads where you had to really decide which way you wanted to go. There were so many options. There was so many options of you going this way, this way, this way, this way, and you really had to hone in, tune your frequency into what was for you. It's like Pandora's box. There's just one of them was for you, and the rest were like chaos and drama and problems and this and that. So now you've completed that cycle. This was the test to the end of the cycle, and then you've successfully moved away from that cycle, and so now you're in a new cycle, and you're moving from the old land into the new land. Basically, during this week, between Monday and Wednesday. We have the Ace of Swords. So the Ace of Swords here is you're having a breakthrough within your life in regards to a situation where you feel weighed down in some kind of way, where you feel like you're being weighed down by a duty, by burdens. It's hard work basically. You feel like you're being oppressed in some kind of way. You may be feeling like you're being oppressed in some kind of way, but you're having a breakthrough in whatever situation, wherever this appears in your life. I feel for most of you, it's in regards to just yourself in general, as well as finances mostly, and relationship. I feel like it's everything encompassing. This is a big healing week you're going through here. You're having a breakthrough here, and you're taking action. You're taking action, and you're having a breakthrough. But you're definitely having a breakthrough, and it's making you very passionate about life in itself, because you're able to put down those burdens, not feel weighed down anymore. You're becoming free. You're having a breakthrough. Breakthrough is like you're finding freedom from being weighed down, from feeling like you have too many burdens. And you're moving into this energy of the Nine of Pentacles, which is about abundance. It's about wealth, independence. It's about luxury. It's about pleasure. So this is what you're moving into here. This is not particularly financial, like you're saying. It's everything encompassing, but this is your energy moving forwards. Between Monday and Wednesday, you're finding a major breakthrough here, and this breakthrough I feel like it's an opportunity. it's like you're making your way forwards in life. You're moving, continuing to move forwards, continuing to be confident in almost like going into this unknown confidently. And as a result, this is the action you're taking, and by taking this action, you're finding a breakthrough. It's like you're in the darkness. Like let's go back to the sea. So it's like you're in the sea, and you're at the deepest depths of the ocean, or let's forget the sea, let's go to the ocean. You're in the depths of the ocean, and you're looking around in the darkness, you can't find anything, and then you go into another location, and then you see something glimmering, and it turns out to be some sort of golden chest or whatever, treasure chest, and it's full of like gold and jewels and everything. It's kind of like this kind of energy where you're finding a way to break free, and it comes from this action of you being adventurous and going into the unknown, things you haven't done before, experiences you never had before, things that you've wanted to try but you never tried. This is where the breakthrough comes from for you. It comes from doing things, taking action towards things that make you passionate, and that's where you're going to find this sort of breakthrough, this answer of how to release yourself from these burdens. And you will be doing so here between Monday and Wednesday. You'll be being free of these burdens that are weighing you down at this time. And I feel like these burdens is like responsibilities, it's like duty that you have, like work and stuff like that. Like you're finding a way to get everything that you want. The Nine of Pentacles, she has everything that she's ever wanted. She doesn't necessarily work hard. She doesn't work hard for it, or to be fit, but she basically gets everything she wants. And she lives very independently, very happy life basically. It's a material card, so it's like very material. Everything you want materially, you are able to get, and not feel weighed down by life, not feel weighed down by your path. So you're finding an answer here between Monday and Wednesday that's allowing you to move away from this Ten of Wands energy into this Nine of Pentacles energy here, which is fantastic for you. Because I feel like, again, for a long time you've been living in a way which has not been from your own heart. It's been just looking at other people, but now you're following your own heart, and it's leading you to a much better time where it's very abundant for you. And I'm also getting here that this breakthrough is going to happen very sudden. So as soon as you come to the answer, things are going to shift for you very quickly. It starts with energetic, like things are trying to come in for you here, it seems like, and it's just waiting for you to get this breakthrough. But you will get this breakthrough here by, again, like I say, by taking action into going into the unknowns and being passionate about it. Between Wednesday and Friday, you're going through this energy of the Knight of Pentacles. So the Knight of Pentacles is hard work, it's productivity, and what you're working towards and being productive towards is completion. You're trying to become more whole within yourself. You're in this new cycle, you're in this new cycle, and you are trying to really go through the cycle successfully. So this is the beginning of the cycle, you're aware of it, and you're being productive to help be on the right side of be on the right side of this world, of the world. So it's like you're trying to integrate everything you've learned and not forget things that you learned previously that will help you in this situation, in this new cycle, to help elevate your status into the best possible way. And this also marks the completion of a cycle as well, like I was saying, and the beginning of a new cycle. So this is a major thing. So this is a mark of the new cycle here for you, moving forwards towards a lot of happiness and abundance. So the Knight of Pentacles, he's on a journey to figure out how to grow a pentacle. So this is a gold coin that they're able to grow, and he goes and he learns how to grow the pentacle, and it takes him years to learn how to do it, and he falls in love during the process. So you're going to be feeling love here during this time period as well, between Wednesday and Friday, feeling more love in general, and embarking on learning more about yourself, and particularly how you can grow your finances. It's like you're having this breakthrough, and it's shifting your energy, and then you're figuring out how to apply this in real life and to make a career out of it between Wednesday and Friday. And this is also marking, I feel like this is the mark of a second end of a cycle. So this first end of the cycle was like more of a personal end, before the week begins, and then this one during the week is an end with your finances, your financial situation. I feel like your finances are going to be elevating much more into this state where you are in this Nine of Pentacles energy, where you get everything that you want, from materially speaking, from life. And so this is what's happening for you here. The number 21 is significant for you as well, so just check it up on Google. Just, what does 21 mean? And you find some sort of answer. That's your answer. That's your little message there, to help you see, to help you between Wednesday and Friday, to understand which way you're going. I'm seeing 21 everywhere. But this, wherever you're embarking on now, you're already gaining the insight into what this is. The Ace of Swords is a very logical card. So it's in your mind, you're having an epiphany, like, okay, this is it, basically. But you have to go into the unknown, do things you haven't done before. And this will help you get you the answer that you're looking for. And so this project is going to be a very long one, and you will be, I'm seeing here, very, very abundant by doing this. You're going to feel very much whole. You're going to feel very satisfied with whatever this career path is for you. Whatever this is, you're going to be very satisfied. And I feel like it's something new that you're figuring out here during Monday, between Monday and Wednesday. It's something that you've never done before, something that you've never even thought about before as a career. It's something you enjoy to do, and something that you enjoy to partake in. It could be some kind of entertainment, something you watch. It's something that you use for entertainment. That's what it is. But you've never done it before. But this is in alignment with your path. This is in alignment with your destiny, and this is a confirmation for you that you should pursue whatever this is, because it's going to be very fruitful. Between Friday and Sunday, you're going through this energy of the Ten of Swords. So the Ten of Swords here is basically an ending. You have an ending here, and this ending is all about, I thought, being a leader in your own life, being overly hardworking, overly productive, in being productive and hardworking. You're having an ending where you're working hard and not receiving what you wanted from life. Again, this ties back into you looking at someone, or someone telling you or hearing about, this is the best way to live, you should live like this, and going off of what someone's telling you. Could be someone on the YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, whatever, social media. It could be, your parents, your family, your brothers, your sibling, whatever, your friends. It could be even, just somebody you watch or you aspire to be like, and you're seeing them, and you're like, let me emulate what they did, and then I'll be successful. You're having an ending there, because that is not who you really are. It's not how you feel. It's not what you want. It's not what your soul is calling you towards. And this is what's been creating a lot of slowness in your life, because you've been following what other people have been doing, not following what your heart has been telling you, where your inner calling is calling you to, because that's where your abundance lies. It's just like you've been closed off to your own abundance, because you've been, not listening to your own emotions, your own feelings in regards to how to level up. You've been trying to find realistic solutions of like people actually doing it in the real world and seeing a result. Like, you never really believed that it could be possible for you to do stuff like that and follow your own feelings and your own thing. You thought it wasn't really realistic, but you're realizing here between Friday and Sunday, as you're having this ending, the way you've been doing things has been wrong, because it's been very slow, because there's not the energy there. Is you're having to expend energy because it's not part of your path, and so that requires a lot of energy. And to be successful, it requires requires even more energy, and you're just getting tired of it all. So yeah, if you've got Aquarius in your chart, I would definitely watch Aquarius. But if not, don't worry about it. But the having an ending there in regards to overly working hard working, and this is your energy being expended as well. You're just feeling tired all the time for no reason. This is why, because you've been walking down paths that are not your path. So it's like in the darkness. We are all in the darkness, but we all have our paths in the darkness where things happen for us. We don't have to expend energy. What you've been doing is you've gone off your path and gone into the darkness and tried to make things happen, and there's just too much darkness for you to actually make something happen. So, and there's something big and successful and something fulfilling for yourself. What you're looking for is in that path. All of us have, like, I see it like a path of like light around. It's not light, but it's like, like starlight. It's like starlight basically, but it's soft. It's like a soft glow that's around all of us, and it's like a tunnel almost that we all go through in the darkness, and it's like a tunnel of like starry light. And it's like clouds of them, and we have this, and this is where our abundance lies. This is where our soul is calling us to go, because our soul, we all come here to have a spiritual experience, and we go through situations to have a spiritual experience. And as we're going through situations and having spiritual experiences, we tend to forget that this is why we're here. So our soul wants to level up, it wants to upgrade. That's why we're in this human form. We're not fully as we are because the human body can only take so much energy. So most of our soul stays in the astral, and the rest of our soul comes in the body. So this is why we forget things when we change bodies. So anyway, you're having an ending here because you're starting to believe that your feelings and your heart, you're following your heart here, and you're having an ending here because of that. Because of you following your heart, you're overcoming a barrier that's been inside of your life where, like, you've been trying to level up and you haven't been able to level up, and it's simply because you haven't been following your heart. You've been trying to force a path that isn't for you, really and truly, and now you're following your heart, and this ties back into the theme of, like, healing, transition, personal growth, and releasing. You're following your heart here to a much happier life. You've mastered yourself as you're transforming at this time, gaining a lot of wisdom, a respect for yourself, and truth. You're very, you're sitting in your truth here about who you really are, and no longer just looking at people and saying, "Oh, that looks good, let me just do that," or "That looks good, and let me do that." Listening to where you're being guided, and that's where things are going to unfold very naturally for you because you're on the right way. You're going the right way now. So yeah. This is looking like a good week for you. A lot of things are happening here for you in your favor because you simply decided you're no longer following what people are telling you. You're now following what you are telling yourself. And this is where your happiness actually lies, your fulfillment lies, your wealth, abundance, all of that lies, prosperity, joy, all of it lies in where your own guidance, your spiritual guides, where you're being guided to go. This is where you need to be happy. So let's pull out some challenges. So the challenges will affect you in one way or another, spiritually, mentally, physically, emotionally. Not because I say so, but because it's your energy. I'm seeing the number 10 here is very significant. 10. So completion, and we've got two cards of major completion. So this is a major time of completion for you, particularly this week. And so anyway, these challenges, the best thing to do with them is not to give them energy. So when they appear within your life, don't engage with them, don't give them energy. And this is how you shut them off, right? This is how you kill them off. If someone's trying to hurt you, you're not going to try talking to them because you're giving them more options to hurt you. So your challenge for this week is to recuperate from the fatigue, to rest from the strife of you literally being in this energy of trying to, like, manifest things for yourself, manifest happiness, manifest opportunities. Rest from this fatigue and from trying to really be overly enthusiastic about being abundant, and which has been making you feel very apathetic and bored towards life. because you've been like, I need to be manifesting at all times. I need to be manifesting opportunities at all times. I need to really be enthusiastic so I'm abundant, so that I will be abundant. But this has really been fatiguing you. You need to recuperate. Like you do need to recuperate from all of that. Like there's a lot of fatigue there, by you chasing this, and it's led you to a point where now you're quite apathetic. You could sabotage yourself. You could go backward. You're at the beginning of a cycle. At the beginning and end of a cycle, you can either go forwards or backwards, depending on what you choose to focus on. If you go like a quarter way into the new cycle and you somehow end up at the beginning of the cycle, you can't go backwards because that pathway no longer energetically exists. However, at the beginning and the end of the cycle, you could go either forwards or you could either go backwards. So keep moving forwards. Don't allow the old versions of you to resurface. Don't allow things that you've already been through, things that you've already learned, to drag you back into a way of being that isn't who you are. You've already evolved from that, and you're evolving from this situation here as well. This mindset of like, you need to always be manifesting, that you always like, you have to be in balance. Manifesting is good, but you have to be in balance when you're manifesting. Otherwise, you're not going to manifest anything. What you're going to manifest is, so if you're trying to manifest all the time, the situations, the universe is going to give you situations where you're manifesting all the time, but you're not receiving. You're manifesting, but you're not receiving. Somebody else is going to receive what you're manifesting. So you have to be in balance of being a manifester as well as a receiver. We all have this divine feminine energy and divine masculine energy within us. And so you have to have that balance. So if you're always chasing, universe is going to give you more situations where you're chasing. So you need to be in balance. And so this is why your manifestations, you've been manifesting, but not for yourself. You've not been manifesting for yourself. You've been manifesting for other people, because you've not been allowing yourself to receive. And this is what's made you apathetic. This is towards life, bored, dissatisfied. And it's like contemplating, you're like, what the hell, what's going on? I thought I was manifesting. You need to rest at this time. You need to recuperate from that fatigue. Just stop doing all of that, because it's harming you at this time. Just take a break from it so you can be more in your divine feminine energy. And divine feminine energy is all about knowing and trusting that you have the knowing, that you are manifesting, and you will receive as a result. When you're masculine and obviously divine masculine are in line with each other, feminine and divine feminine energy is in alignment with each other. So if you have knowing that you're receiving, you will receive. You don't have to keep manifesting all the time. But again, these are just challenges here. They're not necessarily going to impact you in a great way, depending on how you carry yourself, but they will be there. 4 is very significant. 44 is very significant for you here. Check that meaning, what 44 means for you. Just type it in Google, whatever comes up is for you. Let's pull out an outcome to see what exactly is the result of this reading, and where you're going next. So, you are, by the end of this week, you're feeling like you're on your last legs. You're feeling the fatigue. You're feeling the fatigue. Again, I've already said you're feeling fatigue anyway, but you're feeling the fatigue, and you're understanding that you have a great strength. You have resilience to life in general, and you're gaining. Your mind's becoming very clear. You're able to communicate more effectively on what you want, what you don't want. You're able to express yourself, self-expression within yourself. You're able to communicate within yourself, express yourself within yourself, and like what you really want from life and what you really don't want from life. What is your heart telling you to do, what your heart is not. You're becoming very clear that your mind is no longer in charge. Your heart is now in charge of leading you, because the mind is very much plugged into the matrix, and the senses, all the senses are plugged into the matrix, and it's very easy to manipulate your senses. So you're trusting your heart to lead you into the right way of living, the right way of being. And not only that, we also or you also are gaining a lot of ideas on how to increase your money, material gain. You're shifting now. Again, Nine of Pentacles has come out. By the end of this week, you're shifting into this energy of luxury, independence, pleasure, abundance. So this is looking fantastic. You're like winning. Nine of Wands. He goes from a massive battle where he wins in the end, but it's like it's a long and heavy battle that he has. It's like a good versus evil battle. It literally is a good versus evil battle, and there's never been a good one maker. So it's like you've changed from maybe a way of being more evil-like to being more good. There's no right or wrong, but it's just what suits you, I guess. But you've changed in a way where you want more happiness instead of problems. You want more love instead of unhappiness. Like, so you know, when you're in a negative energy, you attract more negative energy. Again, if you're loving inside you, the universe will give you more situations where you can feel love, more loved. But at this time, so by the end of the week, you will see some material gain, some kind of material gain here, and feeling luxurious, enjoying luxury in itself, and feeling independent. So this Nine of Pentacles, to clarify it, is the Strength and the Ace of Pentacles. So it's basically just about having the inner strength to keep pushing forwards. Have like a calm. So in the Strength card, the Fool, he's climbing up a cliff and it's like really hot, and the sun's bearing down on him, and he climbs up this cliff and there's a lion there. He opens his mouth and tries to eat him, and he doesn't know what to do. He can't outrun the lion. He doesn't have any weapons. You know, he's stuck on the edge of this cliff. You know, as far as he's aware, he's doomed. So he starts to pray, and as he prays, this flower maiden, she appears behind the lion, and she puts her hands on the lion's head, and she calms the lion down. And as she calms the lion down, she tells the Fool, you know, she first that, you know, there's other ways to use strength other than being physical. So there's inner strength. She goes, because I was calm and strong, the lion sensed I was calm and strong, so it became calm and strong. And the lion here is a representative of any kind of problem that comes before you in your life, that you need to have this sort of resolve to be calm and strong, so that the situations, again, what you are inside is what is manifested in your reality. Inside, if you're like the Fool, feeling fearful and anxious, the lion will become, your problems will become fearful and anxious of you. So the universe will give you situations where you feel more fear and you feel more anxiety. But if you feel calm and strong within, you know, the universe will give you more situations where you can feel more calm and strong. So this is it. No matter what challenges come up here before you, it's important for you not to lose a track of that, so that you can keep elevating and keep being happy within your life, and things just keep working out for you. But this is in line with your manifestations, is what I'm getting. But this material gain is coming from a place of you having this understanding of what you are inside is what you're manifesting here, and you're it's an opportunity. It could be a gift that's coming in for you. It's going to make you feel very abundant and wealthy. Whatever this is, it's like a way out for you here, where you can really drop these burdens for sure. But yeah, some sort of gift or opportunity is coming in for you. But the advice here is to be calm, and this is coming because you have done that work of learning how to become more calm and following your heart, as well as persuading yourself to be a different kind of way. Like I was saying, like you had this battle within you of like a good and evil kind of battle, and the good has kind of won. And again, none of them are wrong. It just depends on what you want from life. If you want a happier life, more loving life, then good is the best way to go. If you want abundance, finances, you know, good is the best way to go. Sure, you could go the other way, but when you're in a negative energy, you attract more negative energies. It could be fear, anxiety, worry, stress, you know, all kinds of problems, all kinds of things, you know, which you can indulge in, of course. Or you could go the other way and, you know, have love, happiness, joy, delight, all of that kind of stuff. Um, and so this is what's happening here. Some sort of gift is coming in for you, some sort of from the universe that's going to make you feel very abundant here. And this is at the end of the week that this is happening here for you. It's allowing you to come into more balance and harmony, unity within yourself. So your external world as well around you feels more uniform. So yeah, I'm going to leave your reading here. This is a good week for you in terms of things really changing in your life now. It's like you've gone and passed the test, and as you've passed the test now, your finances are the first to shift for whatever reason. And I feel like mostly it's because where you're going next, you're going to need finances to enjoy the lifestyle that you desire. But in all general, what's happening for you at this time, this new cycle, is pretty much represented by the Nine of Pentacles. You're in this cycle now where you're going to enjoy luxury, where you're going to enjoy pleasure, when you're going to enjoy abundance and independence of all kinds. You're going to be able to buy everything that you've ever wanted materially. You're going to be that rich, and this is the cycle. This is the cycle that you're in now. This is the cycle that you've stepped in. So yeah, I'm going to leave you a reading here. If you'd like to book a personal reading, my website is down in the description. I'm offering a new service, so if you feel like you're under spiritual attack of any kind, demon entity, poltergeist, ghost, whatever, I'm able to figure out what's going on and where it's coming from. So if you want to book that service with me, my website's down in the description. Other than that, have a fantastic week, and I shall see you soon.